We have all seen it before in 90s movies. Students getting detention, suspended, or expelled without any sort of support. They walk into the principal's office, sit down, and the principal says, "You're suspended." They go home for however long they are suspended and return when they complete their time, and not at our best behavior stays the same. Now this is where restorative justice comes in.
It has made a big impact on how we treat each other and how we can respect each other, and people didn't even know that there was any kindness in them, some people, and then by today they're complimenting each other and stuff like that.
And I really hope that it can help a lot more people, because I've noticed a phenomenal change in the kids in my class, and it has been, I think, great for all of them, and there are a lot that I thought didn't have a heart.
Restorative justice principles are a strength-based approach responding to peer conflict and wrongdoing, emphasizing on who is affected and how we recognize what got in the way of us being at our best. These conversations are without blame or shame. It is about strengthening relationships and repairing the harm. Restorative justice recognizes the importance of physical, emotional, and physiological safety, which lends to social emotional growth. Essentially, it empowers students to be vulnerable, accountable, and find the best version of themselves through accepting responsibility, making things right, and forgiveness.
And at first, I wasn't comfortable. I kind of was like, why do I need to talk it out? But when I started coming with Mary Louise, she brought me into this safe environment.
This has helped me to look at things in a different aspect, because if it wasn't because of this program, let's say somebody confronts me about something, I would probably confront them back and maybe be more aggressive. But thanks to this program, it helps me to calm down and look at their point of view.
Many of the students you see throughout this video at some point were not at their best at school. This could be physical or verbal altercations, online bullying, or even arguing amongst friends or classmates. These are scenarios in which these students would normally be suspended or disciplined for, but the Restorative Justice Program helps these students with these situations as well as keep them in the classroom.
I would probably still be fighting if I haven't met Mary Louise. I'd probably be in a lot of physical fights. But now that I met her, I'm more likely to communicate with the person instead of fighting.
You shouldn't really want to hear, oh, she said this, she said that. It was more of a safe place where we could both talk to each other without feeling unheard or interrupted or something.
I'm really thankful for her because she gives me the reassurance that somebody will always be there, and that somebody will be there for me at any time. Even if you don't think somebody's there, she's the one that will be there, and she'll always be there.
These students come together with the restorative justice coordinators to get them back on track. Each activity looks different and is tailored to what the students or groups need at that moment. It could be a classroom circle that talks about feelings, emotions, and experiences.
I am a 6 because I've been having some family issues, but with today, I think I got happy when I heard that we were actually recording today.
Being vulnerable and open with their classmates.
I've had depression for a long time, and I'd always go in my room at night and cry. But ever since we started this, it made me so much more comfortable and made me happier than probably I've been in my life.
Or even meeting as a team to make sure that they can be at their best on and off the court.
We don't really like talking about stuff, and then when it comes to team-wise, we also bottle things up like she said, and we just don't open up to each other, and Mary Louise helped us open up to each other and understand why we do the things we do or why we act the way we act.
The goal is to build healthier student-to-student and student-to-adult relationships based on personal responsibility, respect, and meaningful communication. Create a safe environment with a focus on social-emotional well-being and academics rather than misbehavior. Build on school-wide strengths and competencies with a focus on developing assets in students, school staff, and families. Respond to students and staff needs and support educational and personal development. Encourage students and families to consider themselves as a part of a larger community. Ultimately, it is to help students recognize what got in the way of them being at their best and what steps they can take to repair the harm and build healthier relationships. With this, we look to decrease in the number of disciplinary actions that rise to an administrative level, decrease in exclusionary discipline related to peer conflict and student misbehavior. Students report to their teacher, and other adults at school believe they will be a success.
Miss Dunton has been amazing, and she's been such a role model to me. She's taught me so much, and I just appreciate her heart. She believes in every single one of you more than anyone.
I feel like it's really important to have somebody like that in your life because not a lot of people have access to that. And I feel like if we have access like at every school to a person that you feel safe with and that's like your mentor, like it's really a big help, not only in school but like in your social life.